what is happening behind the scenes? And it's one that I get asked quite a bit by my clients. But what is happening behind the scenes after candidates apply? They often get frustrated and they don't know what to do because they're not hearing. And from my perspective, I'm explaining that some sort of things tend to happen behind the scenes, and it can take a little bit long. So from the recruiter's perspective, if you can help our audience out and just kind of explain what happens behind the scenes after they apply.
Yeah, that's a great question. So whether, the candidates have applied or interviewed already, there's so many moving pieces. So as a recruiter, I obviously try to communicate, by this Friday, I plan to have a meeting with the hiring manager and get some feedback for you. Sometimes as much of a priority that hiring is and should be, those kind of day-to-day business operations can come first. So sometimes those hiring managers are unavailable, going out of town, or sometimes they will give me some general feedback like, oh, I think it went well, but we might have some other more interviews coming up. So they won't really give me a definitive answer either way, which I know is really tough because you want to know, as soon as possible if you're going to be considered further or if you should move on. So a lot of times we're just kind of waiting, constantly following up with the hiring team to try and get as much detail as possible. But personally, I like when my candidates follow up with me every few days. If I say, obviously, I'll get back to you in a week, I would follow up in a week if you don't hear from me. But otherwise, if we're just kind of in a holding pattern waiting for feedback, I'm totally fine with my candidates reaching out every few days, just saying like, hey, have you heard anything? I don't find that it's annoying because I'm personally waiting just like you are. So it's helpful, I think, to have that communication.
Great tip. Yet again, Claire, thank you so much.
Thanks, John.